Qhapac Ñan. This site is an extensive Inca communication, trade and defense network of roads covering 30,000 kilometers. Constructed by the Incas over several centuries and partly based on pre-Inca infrastructure, this extraordinary network through one of the world's most extreme geographical terrains linked the snow-capped peaks of the Andes, at an altitude of more than 6,000 meters, to the coast, running through hot rainforests, fertile valleys and absolute deserts. It reached its maximum expansion in the 15th century, when it spread across the length and breadth of the Andes. The Qhapaq Ñan, Andean Road System includes 273 component sites spread over more than 6,000 kilometers that were selected to highlight the social, political, architectural and engineering achievements of the network, along with its associated infrastructure for trade, accommodation and storage, as well as sites of religious significance. Qhapac Ñan is an extensive Inca communication, trade and defense network of roads and associated structures covering more than 30,000 kilometers. Constructed by the pre-Hispanic Andean communities over several centuries, the network reached its maximum expansion in the 15th century, during the consolidation of the Tehuantepec, when it spread across the length and breadth of the Andes. The network is based on four main routes, which originate from the central square of Cusco, the capital of the Tehuantepec. These main routes are connected to several other road networks of lower hierarchy, which created linkages and cross-connections. 137 component areas and 308 associated archaeological sites, covering 616.06 kilometers of the Qhapac Ñan highlight the achievements of the Incas in architecture and engineering along with its associated infrastructure for trade, storage and accommodation as well as sites of religious significance. The road network was the outcome of a political project implemented by the Incas linking towns and centers of production and worship together under an economic, social and cultural program in the service of the state. The Qhapac Ñan is an extraordinary road network through one of the world's most extreme geographical terrains used over several centuries by caravans, travelers, messengers, armies and whole population groups amounting up to 40,000 people. It was the lifeline of the Tehuantepec, linking towns and centers of production and worship over long distances. Towns, villages and rural areas were thus integrated into a single road grid. Several local communities who remain traditional guardians and custodians of Qhapac Ñan segments continue to safeguard associated and tangible cultural traditions including languages. The Qhapac Ñan, by its sheer scale and quality of the road, is a unique achievement of engineering skills in most varied geographical terrains, linking snow-capped mountain ranges of the Andes, at an altitude of more than 6,600 meters high, to the coast, running through hot rainforests, fertile valleys and absolute deserts. It demonstrates mastery in engineering technology used to resolve myriad problems posed by the Andes' variable landscape by means of variable road construction technologies, bridges, stairs, ditches and cobblestone pavings. The Qhapac Ñan exhibits important processes of interchange of goods, communication and cultural traditions within a cultural area of the world which created a vast empire of up to 4,200 kilometers in extension at its height in the 15th century. It is based on the integration of prior Andean ancestral knowledge and the specifics of Andean communities and cultures forming a state organizational system that enabled the exchange of social, political and economic values for imperial policy. Several roadside structures provide lasting evidence of valuable resources and goods traded along the network, such as precious metals, spontaneous shell, foodstuffs, military supplies, feathers, wood, coca and textiles transported from the areas where they were collected, produced or manufactured, to Inca centers of various types and to the capital itself. Several communities, who remain custodians of components of this vast Inca communication network, are living reminders of the exchange of cultural values and language.